All right, welcome back, you guys, to Friday Feeling. We're just gonna have a quick conversation with George about this past game against Lindenwood and some upcoming games coming up. I guess to get started, bro, what are your thoughts on the game? You know,
Yeah, I mean it's fairly obviously it's a tough one, tough pill to swallow. Um, Losing generally as a life player is a tough pill to swallow, but especially against our biggest rivals on our own turf. It's yeah, it was a rough one Saturday and Sunday morning waking up, but it was good to be back out there. Good to be that was our first non-life team that we were playing against. The only games we've had is the scrimmage and men's club. So it was good to, get some actual, other university competition, um, for the first time in almost, pretty much a year. It was a good game, good to, get that back under our belts, get back into it. But
yeah,
yeah, it was a tough day at the office. Just,
yeah,
you know,
yeah, for sure, bro. As far as like, how do you feel about how we played and I guess our goals towards the game and execution of it?
yeah, going into the game, I wasn't, it's hard to say what we were really expecting from our team because we haven't played with such a young squad. It's it was very difficult to sort of say this is what we were expecting out of it. So I was just, wanting as much from our team as we possibly could get in terms of effort and aha and things like that, and hopefully things would fall in place around it. The first half I thought was really good from us. Some mistakes here and there, cost gave them some points, which allowed them to go to halftime up. But I mean, considering that was our first game back, some mistakes here and there leading to their tries is, that's good for us to deal with because that's just getting the rust off and things like that. The second half, it's that's kind of where the difficulty comes in. It was a pretty rough 30 minutes, from halftime to the 70-minute mark. Um, Lindenwood are a good team. They've got experience on their side. A lot. The majority of their team are older guys, um, and they just came in and took their opportunity as for their first victory over life in a 15s game. Um, yeah, they're a tough outfit. They're a big, strong team, good kicking game, and they just kind of picked off at our rustiness and our weaknesses during that 30-minute mark, and we paid the price with pretty poor defense. Um, we kind of just let them roll over us a bit at times, which is it's hard to kind of admit that considering that's not what Life University has been based on.
Yeah,
Um, but then that last 10 minutes I thought was really good. It kind of took us to that point to actually build any continuity in attack, and we built a lot of phases, worked our way into their 22, and the try at the end I thought was a really great try from our standpoint and kind of showed where we can be once we get a bit more continuity in the squad.
yeah, yeah, for sure. I hear that. After the game, Uh, I guess how did you react and what did you tell the boys?
I told him, it's this is our first outing. I'm not really one to just start screaming and shouting because we lose because it's not going to help anyone. So, I tried to stay as calm as I could and just say, that, this is our first outing. There wasn't a lot of expectation. I tried to put as little pressure on everyone as I could. And so did the coaching staff, considering it's just, it's such a new team. But, there was a lot that was kind of basics and just simple, um, more of the simple technical stuff, especially in our defense and in our lineouts, really, that we could have, we probably were that the few expectations we had, we were probably expecting that to just kind of be there, and we can build on other stuff. And that stuff was lacking. So it really kind of showed. It really kind of showed us on our team and individual players, where our weaknesses are, more so than another team over us type thing. It really showed them where we need to build and focus on ourselves rather than focusing on others.
Yeah, for sure. And we also had, for those our people listening, we also had a JV game play, their JV as well. And I thought that game was good and it was definitely winnable. And I thought that we came out with a lot of aha. We came out playing really good defense. It's just that we didn't really get to attack much. And the times that we did well. But, their set piece, I think, is what ultimately got us. So whenever, we couldn't have enough time to attack, we didn't do so well. And they scored some points. I guess second half, they scored twice and they got ahead of us. But we were up, and when they got ahead of us, it was pretty hard to come back because we couldn't keep possession and we were losing our set piece. So it was rough, but I thought that game was definitely winnable, and the boys came out with a lot of fire, and it was good. It's just we knew if we had the ball, we were playing really good rugby, but we couldn't keep
Yeah.
the ball. So it was similar to what you said, is like we had really good moments. And the last one, we ended up driving down the field on the 80th minute mark. I mean, we scored to end the game. And it was kind of like you said, if we build the phases, we get used to the attack, we can make something happen. And I was really proud of the guys. And we ended up losing that game as well. But I told them at the end that, it's how we respond from here on out. And we came out firing and we ended the game really well. It's just we got to let it hurt, and we got to remember what we did in this game that we needed to work on, and I guess the good things that we could learn from it. So I guess in that aspect, looking into these next couple games coming up, what do you want to, I guess, tell the boys on this loss, and I guess overall for those listening, like how we're going to respond, and I guess our mindset going towards this next week's coming up?
Yeah, I mean, we spoke a couple of weeks ago about short-term memory, and that's still the case. That this game, it's gone. The loss has happened. We can't just dwell and focus on that because we've got a lot coming, and we get a chance to play them again in a few weeks' time. But we can't we can't just completely disregard everything that happened. We've got to we had pretty extensive film sessions both Monday and Tuesday, looking at ourselves, looking at what we need to do going forward, what we could have done better. And so, Monday morning, I told the guys that, we've seen, we can't blame the fact that we haven't played anymore. We're now back in it. We're back in the swing of things. We've got to really kind of dive in and focus on ourselves and start being brutally honest with ourselves. Because of a lack of experience in a young squad, that accountability is, it's not lacking. It's still there. It's just, with experience, you build more confidence into admitting when you've done wrong and understanding how you've done wrong and things like that. And so now we're at that point now where we've got to start building that realization of how and why things go wrong, and how much an impact one person can have on an entire system. Unfortunately for varsity, for the varsity team, we don't have a game this weekend or next weekend. But with that misfortune brings a lot of training opportunity, a lot of in-depth time. That we can dive in depth into specific aspects of our game as a team and individuals and that kind of thing. So then come a couple of weeks time when we start building up to the Davenport game, we're a lot more focused on our expectations of ourselves, of
Yep.
this team specifically,
Yep.
And what we can build from that rather than, what we thought before, what happened in the Lindenwood game, things like that. We can forget that loss, forget that game. It's done. It's penciled in the diary. But we've got to live and learn, and hopefully that's the point where everyone's at, and they're hungry to show that this is not that that Lindenwood game is not the end result of this team.
Yep, that's good. I think you hit on the right in the nail right there. Um, yeah, bro, that's good. Um, I guess we could talk about the game coming up for the young side. We're putting up a young side team against Athens this Saturday at 1 p.m. It's a home game, so we're excited to see the young guys come out and ball out and work on the system a lot more because we have a lot of young guys on the varsity. So it'll be good for them to get more game time and, everybody getting game time. So all the young guys coming up. But yeah, so that's at 1 here at Life University. What are your thoughts on that game?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It's another chance to play. Athens, they're a developing side. They've got some guys there that are really eager to build up the game of rugby. It's great for everyone to see. Great opportunity for them. Great opportunity for our young guys to get another game out. And the weather's supposed to be good, so I'm looking forward to a good day of rugby and another chance for everyone involved to get better.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Heck yeah. Well, again, it's at 1, so we appreciate the support. You guys should come out. Thanks for catching up, George, talking about the game. It's
Thanks for
good.
having me.
Yeah, man. So we'll see you guys next Friday. And, we're excited. Continue to support us. We're really training hard for everyone and, to wear that jersey with pride. So let's get it.